School Spirits season 2 is out and I want to talk about it. Spoilers if you haven't seen the first 3 episodes. Okay, so let's start off with the fact that we all thought that Janet had taken over Maddie's alive body. Like, we thought, oh, Maddie wasn't actually gone from this earth. She just got pushed into this other world because Janet took over her body. And that's half true. It was revealed in this new season that when Janet saw Maddie and went to run to Maddie to take over her body or whatever it is Janet thought she was doing, that impact did push Maddie to hit her head and immediately unalive herself. And because it happened in an instant where Janet was trying to enter her body, I believe that when Maddie, like, her spirit left this earth, then Janet was able to enter into Maddie's body, Janet's spirit. And just because of the way it happened, like, that's how it was able to happen. But we do learn that Maddie actually did get unalived in the boiler room. It wasn't by anybody we were expecting, obviously, but it wasn't just that Janet jumped into her body. It was the fact that it happened at the same time when she was unalived. Which is interesting to note because technically her spirit does belong where she's in. She just now has the unique opportunity that her body is still alive and well, walking this earth just with another spirit inside. Which gets into Janet, which I love. I love hearing about Janet this season. She is such an interesting character. Oh, and I love that we're like, when Rhonda points out that no, Janet was not the bad guy. It was Mr. Martin the whole time. Mr. Martin was the one who betrayed her, who manipulated her, etc. And we also see her history with her family and her abusive father and the sweet relationship she had with her grandmother and the fact that she dreamed of becoming a doctor. But back then, women didn't need to go to college, according to her father, and that she just needed to find a good husband and be a good housewife. So she obviously did not want to do that. And I will say, Mr. Martin bringing her home is sus. And even the father pointed it out. And he was, I don't know, there's something off there. Like, I think he was romantically interested in Janet. And it's just so weird. And I can't wait to see what happened with that fire that they caused in that boiler room. Because when you think about it, that bomb shelter is where Janet and Mr. Martin had their accident. That's where they both had passed away in the school. So, what is so special about that boiler room? I want to know. Also, I think the fact that Simon can see Maddie, which they did point out, is the fact that he was grieving so much. He was in such a low point. Like, his spirit was just so depressed that he was able to see Maddie's spirit. And also because he was so emotionally connected to her. And you continue to see him grieving. Like, just because he sees her doesn't mean that he's all happy-go-lucky. Like, now he's still grieving. Like, this man still does not know what's going to happen to his friend. And when they're looking for her body, like, he's so concerned because he doesn't know what's going to happen. He doesn't even know if they're going to be able to execute what they want to execute. But for sure, he doesn't want to lose her body because he still wants to have a chance to, like, merge his best friend's spirit back into her body so that she can come back to life. I don't think anyone is going to cross over. I think they want us to see this group develop a little bit more. They've also added in these 2 new ghosts that are really going to help the character development of Rhonda and Charlie, which Charlie was already a great king. We love him, but now they gave him a love interest, which I absolutely love. And I think it'll be nice to finally see Charlie, like, embrace who he is and just have that open relationship he was never able to have when he was in high school. I will say that when that happens, I think that the Pottery Man will cross over because he's so against that idea, that theory. Like, he doesn't believe it's real. He doesn't think that that's a real thing. He just seems like there's no unfinished business. He's like, this is just where I'm meant to be for the rest of eternity. And I have a feeling that he will probably be the first to cross over if there is a crossover this season. And it will be after him and Charlie have already developed a relationship, which is just gonna sting so much harder. Anyway, it's also very interesting that, like, Charlie wrote that letter last season and didn't cross over, and also Wally did the whole symbolism thing of taking off the football jersey, and he also still didn't cross over. So they have some more unfinished business, which I think is so interesting. So I think Charlie's unfinished business is helping Pottery Boy cross over, and then Wally's unfinished business is either helping Maddie cross over or helping Maddie get back into her body. I love that my girl Rhonda got a love interest this season. Well, I'm very ahead of myself. I don't know if it's a love interest or if they're just going to develop a really sweet and symbolic friendship. But either way, it broke my heart to see her so lonely, and she's been so lonely for so many years. And she has like so much pent up in her, and like there's a reason why she also hasn't been able to cross over. And we saw it when she opened the key. We saw it because she was so scared. She can't face her fears yet. All these years later, she cannot face her fears yet. And mind you, this is the first time that Rhonda has seen that room, seen this man, been in that predicament again since it happened. So it broke my heart to see that girl suffer in that way. Also, I do think that these keys lead to something. I don't think that them overcoming their fears or facing their fears is going to have them cross over. I don't think so. I think these keys lead to something else, because you hear Wally in the trailer say, oh, so we're going to have to continue going back in again and again. And like, why would he have to do that? Like, to find something? I don't know. That's what I understood from what he was saying. So I don't know. Either way, I'm so excited. This show took me by surprise. I started watching this show last year, literally scrolling on TikTok. And then I was so obsessed with the clips I was seeing that I decided to just get Paramount Plus. I was like, I have to just bite the bullet. I have to just get it because I need to know what happens. Anyways, I also can't wait to see Janet pretending to be Maddie, because I think she realized there's no way I'm going to be able to walk this earth being me. There is no absolute way, because I'm in the body of someone who is missing and who is recognized by many people. And I think when she finally got recognized at the party by Maddie's friends, she realized that's probably going to be the best way that I can move forward, is pretending to be somebody else. And I don't think she's going to love that, because she is so different from Maddie. And not only that, but she's also from a very different time period. Very, very different. So it's going to be interesting to see her kind of learning the ropes and navigating modern times. But I also can't wait to see her like enter, because she got so excited when she was at the college, and I was like, aw, because it was what she always wanted to do. So I'm very interested to see if she's going to get heavily involved in schoolwork, and if she's going to start like, I don't know, like utilizing her intelligence and achieving the goals that she always wanted to achieve. Like, I wonder just how they're going to work that, because I'm rooting for Janet, but at the same time, like, I'm rooting for Maddie, but also Maddie and Wally. So I don't know, guys. I don't know, but I'm so excited.